everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Helen, you are watching Stitch Rip Repeat. Today I'm going to show you some recent makes. I don't have any specific October or November makes, but these are ones that I haven't shown you on YouTube. However, you have probably seen them if you follow me on my Instagram account. So before I show you my makes, I just want to say a big thank you for everyone who has watched, liked, commented on my last video. I did a video all about my local shop. To be honest, I was only going to put small bits of the shopping trip into a sort of bigger video originally, as a sort of here is what I bought and oh, you might like to see my shop. But I didn't feel like recording very much because I wasn't feeling very well. So in actual fact, I just thought I would stitch together all the footage I took, and you guys loved it. So thank you ever so much. I really appreciate all those lovely comments. And of course, the fabulous Teddy, who he's sitting quietly beside me at the moment. So we'll see how this video goes. Thank you for all the love for Teddy. He is fabulous and he's my company in the day. When I'm sewing, he sits just outside my sewing room door, which I keep open. And he knows he's not allowed in the sewing room because he's been shouted at before. Only because I was worried about pins and things on the floor that might go into his paws. So shall we get on and I'll show you. I'm going to try and show them in the order I made them. I can't tell you when I made them. I honestly don't remember. But the first one that I made was a Stella hoodie. So I'll show you that first and then I'll show you my most recent make. Okay, so this is my Telly in the Buttons Stella hoodie. I did say when I was going to make it that it was the first one I've ever made. I wasn't strictly true because I did previously adapt the pattern to make one for my son, which hopefully I'll be able to find some photos and pop in here. But this is the first one I've made for myself and I am smitten. I love a good hoodie. I'm very much a hoodie and jeans kind of girl, especially at this time of the year. This is a gorgeous alpine fleece and I got this from Jelly Fabrics and I love patterns. If you follow me, you'll have gathered by now that I do like a good pattern. So this is lovely stars and sort of leopard print. Hopefully that shows. If not, I'll insert some photos. And I made, I made the size 4. I didn't make any adjustments to the actual sizing or anything like that. What I did do was leave out the drawstring, as I knew I would never actually use it. And I thought, do I want to be putting buttonholes in my hood for a drawstring I'm not actually going to use? So I just left that out. Again, hopefully I'll show you a photo because it's probably not going to show. But this ribbing, which I think, yeah, it is ribbing, which I think goes really nicely with the colours, is actually a recycled ribbing that I picked up from the Maker's Merchant. And they did a while back a few colours, and I think they were reduced. I think that's why I picked them up. But I picked up a metre in a variety of colours. This one is, I think, old rose or old pink. And it's kind of like a pink but with like rust brown tones to it. Anyway, I think it goes really nice with this. I put the kangaroo pocket on, as you can see. The only issue I had with this was trying to sew it through my machine. So I did most of this on the overlocker, but obviously you have to stitch the pocket on with your machine. And I originally lined it with the same as the hood, but my machine was not having any of it. It did not like the layers. So I actually took off the lining and then I just stitched it down. Because it's got the alpine fleece, it's really nice on the inside anyway. But I didn't really think through the edging, because of course when it's lined you would stitch them together and then sort of turn the right side, so there'd be nothing to show there. Whereas I've got a little bit of I don't know if you can see, but I've got a little bit of the seam is showing on the pocket. But I don't mind. When I'm walking around with my hands pushed in, you can't see. And the fleece on the inside is lovely and warm. So all in all, absolutely love it. And the The sewing of it is so easy because, like I say, apart from the hemming of the bottom and putting on the pocket, I did everything just on my overlocker. And I don't know if I can, yeah, I can show. I've got like a black and white variegated, I want to say, is it variegated or variated? Someone let me know. Thread that I use on my overlocker that gives me this lovely black and white and grey sort of line going on anything I overlock. And yeah, I absolutely love it. As I'm sitting down, hopefully I will have put in some photos or videos. You can see it better, but this was the first thing I made a while back that you haven't seen yet. Oh, I should say, my daughter absolutely loved this and she wanted a matching mommy and me, as she said. And so I have ordered the pink version of this fabric from Jelly Fabrics, and hopefully I'll insert a picture. But the stars, instead of being this teal blue, they do a lovely pink version as well. So we will be matching, but not completely matching. So yeah, hopefully she's going to be happy with that when it arrives, and Mummy and her will have our little matching hoodies going on. So I'll just show you what I made next after this. And that was this little number, which has been one of my most worn makes recently. When the weather turned cold and I wanted something with longer sleeves, I got this out because look at these sleeves. They're just so 80s. Absolutely love them. And you guys loved them if you saw me on Instagram. I got loads of likes. And I also did a little video of the fake bottom band, which hopefully I'll insert photos if you can't see, to show how I did that effect. I love the contrasting fabric, so obviously they're the same colorway and they're from like the same line of fabrics, but as you can see, this one has, now I keep calling it polar bears, which my husband said, well, why do you think they're polar bears? They're just bears. But I've been referring to them as polar bears because I bought this fabric a couple of years ago around Christmas time. So I was just having polar bears in my mind. So I know they're not white and they're probably not polar bears, but to me, they're polar bears. And obviously I got this fab abstract fabric that I used as a contrasting sleeve going on there. I really, really like how this turned out because I wasn't sure how it would turn out, as this pattern is a McCall's pattern that I've made previously in a thicker sort of wool looking knit. So it's more like a sweatshirt style, and hopefully I'll pop some photos in. And the pictures on the pattern weren't necessarily of a sort of cotton jersey fabric, so I wasn't sure how it would turn out, but I love how it turned out. It's a really comfy top, really easy to make. Apart from the gathering on the sleeves, it's pretty straightforward. Neckband, obviously, you just got the front piece and the back piece, and then like I say, I actually did a faux band, so it's not even a band, it's just part of the top, and just hemmed the sleeves there. So yeah, this is a really lovely pattern I have done previously, and I'll link the jumpery type version that I did down in the details below, and you've probably already seen it. I did it sometime last year, and I also did a follow-up video where I tried to dye it, and I'll link that one down below as well because it didn't go quite right, but still, this is a success. I love it. And I'll just let you in on a little secret. I actually have this in a penguin fabric, and I have another metre of this. So I will be making another top very soon. Whether it will be the same top or whether I try something different, it will definitely be made up of these lovely fabrics, but with penguins instead. So that was the second top that I made. So I'll just show you what I made next. Okay, so this one's a bit hard to see what it is from this shot of me sitting down. So like with the other ones, hopefully I'll pop in photos and video. But this is the recent Telly and the Buttons Billie sweatshirt and dress pattern. And I absolutely love this. This fabric has been in my stash now, I think since about April time. You probably have seen it on a previous haul. I bought this from the lovely Lizzy, who I showed you her shop in my last video. And I bought both colourways. So I've got the lovely dark with the really bright pinks, and then I've got the sort of tealy blue colour. And I decided, because I didn't quite have enough to do the dress in either one of the fabrics, I was either going to do the sweatshirt in one of these, or what I decided in the end that you see here is I colour blocked, and I'm really chuffed with how it turned out. I did the pattern pieces as normal, so I traced out the pattern pieces and then I slashed them at the short and lengthen line and added on the seam allowance to the top and the bottom pieces, and then obviously just made the top the lighter colour and the bottom the darker colour. And the ribbing again is this recycled ribbing, and black was another one of the colours I got from the Maker's Merchant, and I'm not sure you'll be able to see, so I will stand up, and apologies if it's a really random shot. I can't tell from my phone what you're going to see, but I did the band also in the black. I'm hoping you can see it there. I've got thick tights on, so I'm not revealing anything. And then the insides of my pockets I've done in the light colour, so it's a little bit of a contrast. And I did put this on Instagram in its own little reel, which you may or may not have seen. And in that, you'll notice I had the black ribbing around the neckline as well as the arms and the bottom. But pretty much as soon as I tried it on and looked at the video, I love the dress, but I wasn't sure about the black up by my face. I'm very pale generally. I put a little bit of makeup on for you guys. But black against my skin, right up there, I just didn't really like it. So I thought, well, I'll take it off. I had some of this fabric left, and I put on the lighter colour. And I also lowered it because, again, it was a little bit high for my liking. I find I don't know if it's just me, you guys can tell me, but a lot of Tilly's patterns, like t-shirts and sweatshirts and things that have a round neck, just come up a little bit too high for my liking. So I lowered it by a little bit, and to be honest, I think I could probably have lowered it a little bit more, but I'm much happier with this light colour around my neck. And yeah, what a fabulous dress. I've seen so many wonderful versions of it since it came out. And also, I was very lucky. I basically bought it the minute the email hit my inbox saying they'd released it, because the first however many copies they sent out were going to also have a bonus, I think it was from Happy Fabric, Maker vinyl that you could then put on, like the sweatshirt version of the Billie. So I bought it straight away. So I got that. So fantastic. I'm going to do a nice plain version, and I'll put the Maker on that one. What was the few things I was going to say apart from the neck? Oh, the pockets. I don't know if it's just me, but the pockets are a little tiny bit low down. I find when I'm putting my hands in them, which I do like to do, we like a good pocket in a dress, I'm kind of touching down near my knees. So I think I'll probably raise the pockets and lower the neckline. But other than that, fabulous. Haven't tried the sweatshirt, like I say, but I will try that with a plain colour for the Maker vinyl to go on. And I haven't decided what fabric to do this in next, but I'm definitely making more. I wore this pretty much continually, apart from when it was in the wash, from when I made it, anytime I went out, which of course, not very often at the moment, but still, I wore it when I went out. And I've loved it. It's so comfy, and I've got just really thick black tights with it, and a pair of boots, and fabulous. Or lounging around at home, which I'm doing a fair bit of at the moment. So yes, really recommend the Billie. Absolutely love it. Definitely going to make more, and definitely trying the sweatshirt. So that was the Billie, and I'm just going to show you the last thing that I made. Okay, so this is a Mandy Boat Tea. I'm sure that loads of you recognise it. I've seen so many Mandy Boat Teas. I've been watching videos and tutorials and hashtags on Instagram for a really long time, and I printed out the pattern sometime last year. I just, for whatever reason, never got around to making it. And then the other day I was feeling a little bit like my sojo had flown the nest, and I decided I'd try something that would hopefully be nice and easy and that I'd be happy with, and they are not wrong. The fabric is a lovely, I'm going to do my standy up, so excuse me if this doesn't work. It's a lovely fabric from, it's a viscose jersey from Sea Salt down here in Cornwall. And if anybody buys their clothes, you'll know this is very them. And they also sell fabrics, and I got this one from a lovely lady who was de-stashing some of hers. It's so soft. I wish you could feel it through the lens, but believe me, so soft. And wow, yeah, it whips up so easy. I believe it used to be a one size pattern, and oh, I'm sorry, it's a Tessuti Fabrics pattern, and it's free. And I believe it used to be one size only, but when I downloaded it, it had 4 sizes. Went from like a, I think it's an extra small or extra small up to a large or an extra large. So it had the 4 sizes, and this was size 2, and it is literally just the front piece and the back piece, and then just got the sleeve. I probably would size up to the size 3 for the sleeves next time, especially if I had a fabric that was a more structured knit and not so loose, because they feel a little snug on my arms. But honestly, I love this one. I love the boat neck. I love the fact you don't have to put a neckband in. Oh my lord, how many times have you put a neckband in and it's just not tight enough, it's not hanging right, it doesn't lay flat, or you've got a little nick in it, and it's just, you know, you want the perfect neckband, and sometimes that's just so not easy to do. So with this, I loved it, because all you do is turn the fabric inside, and then they did say to twin needle stitch it down, but I haven't quite mastered my twin needle, so I just did a zigzag all the way down. And then, yeah, it comes out like this fabulous boat neck. Some people said it's quite wide. I actually wear tops this sort of wide normally anyway, so I don't find it too wide. I think it's perfect. It's just right. And obviously I love the blue. And yeah, I am whipping up loads more Mandy Boat Teas in the future, honestly. So I forgot to mention, guys, when I did the Billie dress, I had seen people that had made it before me, and quite a few of them said it comes out on the large side. So if you are thinking of making the Billie dress version, then obviously just have a look at what you think, have a look at other people's makes and decide for yourself. But I personally would recommend going down a size for a better fit. So that's it, guys. That's all I've got to show you today. I do have some makes in the plans. There's a few that have been put off because firstly, I was going to do some trousers, which I had the pattern for and I had the fabric for. But annoyingly, I always trace my patterns because I like to be able to reuse them in different sizes. And so I trace. And when I made, I think it was my Billie, I used up the last of my tracing paper. So unfortunately, I had to order, and I ordered the Swedish tracing paper, which I'll mention down below, which one I use. And I had to wait a little bit for that to arrive. So now that I have got that, I've got a few things in the works. So my next video will no doubt be a plans video, and quite possibly a few fabrics thrown in there. Little fabric haul maybe. But that's it for now, guys. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I am going to go off and trace off some patterns so we can get on with some sewing. I hope you're all having a fabulous day, whatever you are doing, and I will see you in my next video.